All right, I want to tell you about the tools that I use to do night hog hunting. And I want to really specifically talk to you about the differences between the AR-10 and the AR-15. Anymore, I'm wanting to call these modern sporting rifles. And the reason why is because the media has just done such a lousy job, or maybe you want to call it a great job, of making the AR-15 or the AR-10 such a bad name. So let's, as sportsmen, as shooters, let's consider changing it to modern sporting rifles. And it's a hard habit to break because a lot of times we'll say, oh, that's an AR-10. But anyway, these are modern sporting rifles. And what we have is a modern sporting rifle. An AR-10 would be a .308 caliber. I'll show you the cartridge in a minute and compare it to the .223. But this is an AR-10, okay, modern sporting rifle. This right here is a .223 or an AR-15. So when you hear people talking about AR-15s, AR-15s, well, was it an AR-15 or was it an AR-10? They both look the same. They're both the same platform, but one is a .223 caliber, one is a .308 caliber. Now, as far as the ammunition goes, take a look at the difference in the ammunition. The ammunition is considerable. Now, when you take a look at the guns on the outside, I mean, they look very similar. You know, the AR-10 is much larger than the AR-15, but they're very similar. But when you start taking a look at the ammunition, that's when you notice a difference in a big way. Now, when I go hog hunting, I mean, most people wind up shooting the .223 or the AR-15 for hogs. I like shooting the AR-10, and the reason why is right here in my hand. This is a much bigger bullet, okay? It flies, it does not have the ballistics that the .223 does, but it packs a powerful punch. And so when it comes to making a choice, do I want to shoot the .308 or the .223? Most of the time, if I'm not doing a lot of walking, I'm going to wind up choosing the .308. And the reason why is because it's a bigger gun, it shoots a bigger projectile. But if I'm going to do a lot of walking, a lot of shooting, you're not going to be able to beat the AR-15 or the .223, and the reason why is so much lighter. When these rifles, when you wind up having suppressors on them, the way that we have suppressors on both of these, they don't have a whole lot of recoil. And so both these thermal units are the exact same. These are the Pulsar Trail rifle scopes, and so they record audio and video. And so you're going to see, as you pull the trigger and you're recording, you're going to see a little bit of a recoil in them, but not much. So when it comes down to choosing which rifle am I going to choose, I should say, on hog hunting, it all depends on the conditions. It depends on how much I'm going to have to pack this big guy around. But I really like the .308 when it comes to driving home a real big projectile. And when it hits a hog, it gets the job done in a hurry.